All right, we've been really rolling through the catalog of beers from Bell's Brewery in Kalamazoo, Michigan. I think this is, I can't even tell you the number of reviews we did from the brewery. However, this, I believe, probably is number one. I know we did a lot of Victory beers so far, but I think we've done more Bell's than even Victory, and I'm in Pennsylvania right now, not Michigan. This is their latest beer, very, very latest, just set for draft release and bottle release from their brew pub called the Eccentric Cafe. Just released in bottles and in draft, I believe in February. This is March right now that I'm doing the review. And this is called Bell's Smitten Golden Rye Ale. It's a rye beer coming in at 6% alcohol by volume. And I'm thinking it's probably a beer that is trying to go after founders. Of course, their Red's Rye beer is just one of the world-class rye beers out there. A lot of people think it's the best, and it's the most popular on Beer Advocates. So this beer is trying to give founders, I guess, a run for its money. Of course, founders, state rival, I guess, of Bell's, although they're probably friends. They're probably not really rivals. Both very, very successful breweries in their own right. So, brewery, of course, founded in 1983 by Larry Bell. We've done the history of Bell's Brewery, so let's talk a little bit about the rye beer style, which we probably talked about. Haven't done too many rye beers. I know we did Red's Rye from Founders. I don't know if we did anything else, and I'm not sure if I really got into too deep detail about rye beers, but this is one of the up-and-coming trends in beers. And I guess you could call it kind of a descendant of a German style of beer called the Roggen beer, which Roggen, I believe, stands for rye, basically, in German. Contains a notable amount of rye grain in the grist bill, which sets it apart from the Roggen beer. Moderate bitterness, which allows those rye malt notes to kind of overpower the beer. As I mentioned, this one was released in drafts and six-packs in February. It's becoming Bell's seasonal spring beer. It boasts of a hazy gold appearance. Haven't had it yet, so we'll be the judge of that. I don't see why they would lie about that. Citrus hops and rustic tones from Northwest hops it has. So we're going to open this up, and we'll pour it into a pint glass, which is the most acceptable vessel for a rye beer. And Smitten Golden Rye Ale from Bell's, the newest offering from Bell's Brewery. We'll pour it in here and we'll see that golden tone as we were told that we would get. Almost a bit cloudyish, almost a bit murky, as you can see, but definitely a weedy kind of rye looking beer. Cloudy, murky, with a nice, just a beautiful looking head on this thing. So let's get the aroma now of Bell's Smitten Golden Rye Ale. Definitely getting that rye malty kind of sense from this beer. It's not quite hoppy. Maybe a tiny bit of a hoppy, citrusy kind of tone to this beer, but definitely that rye kind of smell is overpowering any kind of hoppiness you might get. Tad of orange peel, maybe in this beer. I don't know, but it's a nice smelling, subtle smelling rye beer. Not really very, very potent, I guess is the word I'm looking for. So let's get the taste now of Bell's Smitten Golden Rye Ale. Hits the front of the tongue almost like a Hefeweizen. Hits the middle of the tongue with just a rye overpowering sensation. I'm getting that dank kind of feeling on the back of my tongue a little bit with this beer. Definitely a heavy kind of rye taste as it filters down. It might hit you not quite as much. At least this is the first taste. I mean, sometimes second tastes are different, so let's get another one. I'm getting a very citrusy taste on the second try from this beer. It's a refreshing beer. It's very heavy. The rye beers to me are heavy in the malty tones and heavy in the just how they filter in the mouth, and I like this. It's been a while since I've had Red's Rye, and I remember giving that a very good score, but I like this too. Um, as far as the taste, it is, a great example of the style, and I would not pass this up. So I'm going to give Bell's Smitten Golden Rye Ale. I will give this an 8 out of 10.